Hey, I'm Stephanie Young-Ponin with The Nocturnal, and I'm joined today by Chrissie Fit, who stars in Nora from Queens. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Got to see my goddaughter today, which is always fun. And she's like 1 year old. So it's
Well,
like,
happy birthday to her. It's her birthday, I'm assuming,
it
or
was just her birthday. Yeah. August 7th. So
oh,
we
that's
threw
nice.
like a big, not a big party. Obviously, there's COVID situation, but it was nice to have like our little friends and families that are back together. It was nice to share that. But yeah, good.
Yeah, family is always a good time. My grandma's birthday is actually August 7th, so that's
Oh,
nice.
wow. Two Leos.
Leo season, it's here.
It's
But I
here.
want to talk about Nora from Queens. Congratulations on season 2. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. What kind of adventures can we expect from your character this season?
Well, my character Melanie, she's just so unpredictable and such a loyal, weird friend to Nora. I think that we're gonna time travel a little bit. I know we saw a little time travel already in episode 2, but we're gonna kind of go back and relive the past, and that's gonna be a good time. I don't know how much I want to spoil for people, but I'm definitely Melanie has a whole different look, and she's kind of like weighing out her kind of situation and like what she wants to do with the rest of her life, because she's always jumping from job to job. So I think you're going to see that kind of growth too as well.
I love your character on it. I think it's so hilarious, especially from season 1. I know you were like selling Sandar on Atlantic City Beach. I was actually in Atlantic City yesterday, so it's
Oh my god.
hilarious. The Sandar thing. But
We
you said,
actually didn't film in Atlantic City, which is wild.
yeah.
We filmed it in Coney Island, and so I've never actually been to Atlantic City. um,
Oh, you have to visit
yeah, you'll have to take me around stuff.
next time. So, that's so awesome. You definitely go on some crazy adventures this season, so we don't want to spoil anything. But how much of yourself do you see in your character?
I think Melanie is like the most different from me that I've ever played. And that's saying a lot because like I played a foreign exchange student in Pitch Perfect, which is not like me at all. But I think Flo had a little more of the sarcasm and like the that kind of sense of humor that I do. I think that the one thing that maybe I can relate to with Melanie is that she's a very loyal friend, and I think that I am too. So, um, and also whenever she makes a mistake, she recognizes it and apologizes, and that kind of takes a lot of character too, to be able to own up to the things that you've done wrong. And I think that sometimes she's late on the uptake, but she figures it out.
I definitely also loved your character in Pitch Perfect, I have to say. And your character is just so great in Nora from Queens. And I enjoy the dynamic between you and Aquafina. How did it feel working with Aquafina and the rest of the cast again?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, I had such a blast the first time. And, going back to Nora from Queens for season 2 was the first job that I had post pandemic, or, well, we're still in pandemic, but you get what I'm saying. And I felt so safe. And that was because, they took such good care of us, but also because it's such a warm set. And Nora Aquafina is very like open, and one night invited me over to her place, ordered too much food, like so much Italian food. I was like pasta coming out of my ears, nose. It was like a lot. And had like so many like cool conversations and deep conversations, and she's just awesome, and everyone on that cast is awesome.
I talked to some of your other cast members, and I just love all the dynamic between you two. And there's nothing wrong with a lot of food during like a meetup. So that sounds amazing. How was talk? Can you talk a little bit more about how filming season 2 was compared to season 1?
Yeah, well, because we had different protocols and stuff, it kind of took a little longer, and we were being very vigilant and very safe, um, and uh, but it was fun too, because I think that like now everyone's kind of really like understands their character, and there's so much improv happening, which is so exciting for me. Like I just saw a scene today tease, and a lot of the things that I improved on set made it to the cut, which is always like a fun surprise. And we have so much fun because it keeps it fresh, and like Aquafina is just so open and giving, and like literally will take anything you throw at her, anything you improv. So I think we got to do that a little bit more, and that was fun.
It's definitely been a tough year with the pandemic. I'm sure there was a lot of challenges. Are you able to talk about any other challenges you may have faced while filming?
Well, it was cold as hell. I was, and we were wearing very revealing clothing because, like I said, we're trying to like relive our high school days and or our younger days. And we filmed a scene, like it was so late. I think it was like 2:30 in the morning by I don't know if it was Brooklyn Bridge. There was definitely a bridge. I kept looking at the bridge like I'm gonna freeze. Let me look at this thing and like center myself. But it was freezing cold, and I wasn't. We were wearing like little skirts, and that was pretty tough. The weather for sure. I'm from Miami, so it's like
I know the weather up here is so unpredictable all the time. It's just insane, but
I don't think it was Brook. So you're from there, so the bridge that's like has purple and blue now lights on it. I think it's newer.
yeah, there's so many bridges that's being built. I know there's one like that. I used to live in Westchester, so there was kind of one like that that like lit up different colors. So I kind of know what you're talking about, but my geography is not that
we
great.
did that scene like in 10 minutes. We were like, let's go. We were gonna here. Yeah. So it was pretty
Especially
rough.
going out in like New York City, like you want to look cute, but then like it's so cold and like you don't know what to wear. So I would definitely relate. And like Miami's beautiful and always warm and hot. So
I know, but then your hair gets frizzy from the humidity.
yeah.
So like, there's things to every city.
You talked a little bit about time traveling that you've done. I just wanted to ask you if you had to time travel to any other decade or any kind of place, where would it be?
That's interesting. I think that I would probably go to the 70s. Just because it was such a cool free time, and the music and the art and the expression and being able to like dress up and glitter and sparkles. And I don't know. I think that would be just like a fun time. Obviously, I'm very musical, and I love like that kind of funk and all that stuff. So I think maybe that's where I'd go. It seems like a party. So
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like some styles are also coming back from the 70s. So the 70s is always fun. I also really love that 70s show. So I think I would want to go back to the 70s as well.
Oh, awesome. I'll meet you at Studio 61.
I'll meet you there. Hopefully it'll be warm. We won't have to go during the winter time. So it's fine.
Exactly.
What was one of your favorite parts about the series?
About the series, I think actually like filming in New York was one of my favorite things, because the city is just so alive and so amazing. I mean, obviously it was a different kind of vibe when I did the first season because, before COVID, but even just being in New York this time, like you just feel the energy. There's so much resilience there. And like, I don't know, I felt a hope again. Like once I got there, it was just like nothing can take us down. Like New York is so tough and so cool. And I just love that city so much. It's just the energy there is awesome.
It's always a good time in New York, no matter where you're going, Queens, Manhattan, everywhere. You can always find something to do, which is amazing. I wanted to ask, is there anything else you want people to know about the show?
I mean, I just hope that they will watch this season. If you haven't watched first season, you can catch up on it on HBO Max. It's just such a fun show. It kind of will distract you from like any kind of bad stuff going on and make you laugh, hopefully. It's so wonderful to see such representation on our TV, and just we really do have such a great time together, and I hope that people watch the show and feel that from us too.
I definitely felt that when watching the show. I was laughing after every episode, and I can't wait for everyone else to see it. So thank you so much again for chatting with me today. It's been amazing. So
Thank you
I'm excited.
so much.
Of course.
It was so nice to talk to you and to meet you, and I hope that we get to speak again soon.